Welcome to VAR India News Hour. OT leaders were not prepared for changes related to the pandemic. Organizations represented by the OT leaders who participated in a survey have been largely unsuccessful at preventing cyber criminals from intruding their systems. 9 out of 10 organizations experienced at least one intrusion in the past year, which is almost identical to the results of last year's survey. Even though the pandemic was an unusual situation, a 90% rate of intrusion represents a significant problem that should concern OT leaders. There was a significant change in insider breach instances, which have increased to 42%. Unlike unintentional security accidents, such as an employee who clicks a bad link, bad actors have malicious intent, which means OT leaders should carefully consider who has access to their systems. Additionally, with many employees working from home, it is likely that the security issues related to home networks contributed to problems. The fact is, OT leaders were not prepared for changes related to the pandemic and had to quickly increase budgets and change processes. The two most important things are SOCs and NOCs, which needs more staff and equipment because the pandemic accelerated digital transformation and increased the need for connectivity for secure remote access. The pandemic accelerated the need for third-party secure remote access because technical staff could not be on-site doing work in person. The survey showed significant growth in phishing attacks, with 58% reporting this type of intrusion, up from 43% last year. The increase in phishing stems from attackers exploiting weaknesses related to the rapid changes to working that occurred at the beginning of 2020. No one was immune, and along with everyone else, OT organizations were affected. Increased digital connectivity of OT and IT networks rolls on. Let's look into today's headlines in VAR India. Fresh measures to expand scheme in the health and tourism sector, says Finance Minister. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced a series of steps aimed to push credit offtake in priority areas such as health infrastructure and the severely hit tourism sector by providing interest rate concessions. It is a move to expand the scope of the Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme for small and medium firms from Rs 3 lakh crores to Rs 4.5 lakh crores. She announced a credit guarantee scheme amounting to Rs 50,000 crores to ramp up healthcare infrastructure beyond the 8 major metros and a credit guarantee of Rs 60,000 crores for other sectors impacted by COVID. Dr. Reddy's announces commercial launch of DRDO's anti-COVID-19 drug 2DG. Hyderabad-based Dr. Reddy's laboratory announced the commercial launch of the anti-COVID-19 drug 2-deoxy-D-glucose, that is 2DG, for hospitalized moderate to severe COVID-19 patients. The anti-COVID therapeutic application of 2DG has been jointly developed by the Institute of Nuclear Medicine and Allied Sciences, Defense Research and Development Organization, that is DRDO, and Dr. Reddy's Laboratories. The maximum selling price has been capped at Rs 990 with a discounted rate offered to government institutions, it said. iPhone and Apple Watch can affect pacemakers. Apple has published a list of products that might interfere with users' medical devices like implanted pacemakers and defibrillators. Under certain conditions, magnets and electromagnetic fields might interfere with medical devices, Apple said. It suggested that users keep the products at a safe distance from their medical devices. The list includes AirPods, Apple Watch, iPads, iPhone 12 models. PUBG parent Krafton invests in game streaming startup Loco. Loco, a streaming platform for video games platform, has raised $9 million in a seed funding led by Battlegrounds mobile developer Krafton, Lumikai, an Indian interactive media fund. This marks Loco's first ever fundraise and Krafton's second deal in India. Loco, co-founded by Anirudh Pandita and Ashwin Suresh, will be spun off as a separate entity from Pocket Aces following the fundraise. Internet of Things is unfolding newer streams of revenue for us, said RailTel CMD. The Indian telecom sector has become the world's second largest telecom sector in terms of subscribers, the number of connected devices increasing, the Internet of Things is unfolding newer streams of revenue for us, said Puneet Chawla, CMD RailTel Corporation. RailTel posted its highest ever consolidated income of Rs 1,411 crores. This is a growth of 21% for the previous year's growth, which was Rs 1,186 crores, which also was a maximum growth till last year. Our profit before tax has been Rs 197 crores and profit after tax Rs 142 crores, said CMD RailTel. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. You can download the War India app from Google Play Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.